That's what's happening. As you can see, the gales of November came early. It's November 10th in Northeast Ohio, and all of the leaves haven't even dropped off the trees yet. Well, most of them have. There's still some dangling on there. But 21 degrees today, and we got a little drift of snow. And there's a breeze, so it's cold. What I want to tell you today, though, or what I want to talk to you today about, is the RV. Those of you that have RVs, if you haven't had this problem, most likely down the road you will. Now, ours is about 3 years old. There's nothing wrong with it. It's completely solid. We take good care of it. It's about like the day it was when we bought it. But we have had some pest problems. Now, I talked to you a while ago in one of my previous videos about the ants that got in there. And they seem to have like come in overnight. And after an extensive search, I found this huge black ant nest under the mattress. Like, I lifted up the mattress literally and the ants were underneath there. Hundreds and hundreds of them. And it was a mess, but we got that taken care of. I bought some pest control stuff online, some heavy-duty commercial-grade pest control stuff. You mix it up in the pump sprayer, and I sprayed the whole underside of our RV, and that seems to help keep those ants out of there. Now, we haven't had that problem, but we have had a problem with mice. I'm going to show you some of my tricks and what I do to take care of them. Got a little bit of ice stuck in the zipper. All right, we're in. At the end of the season, we do a complete winterization, and that means we take everything out of here, all the food, edibles, things that can be chewed. Of course, some of this stuff is pretty well protected, but anything that we think mice can get into, it goes in the house. And in doing so, we came in the bathroom, and there's a cabinet right here, and V kept all of the toilet paper and stuff down on the bottom there. Well, when we were taking it out of there, because that's something that could get chewed up, and sure enough, some of the toilet paper was chewed up. Then we went under the sink, and we found a sponge that was chewed up, among some other things. So we knew at that point we had to take action against the rodents. Ta-da! Now I'm going to show you two different types of mouse traps here, and these are both identical in a way, except this is the newer version that has this big plastic fake Swiss cheese thing, and here's the old version that just has the little copper thing that, and you can see it's got like a little hole there. You can put peanut butter or something inside there, and the mice try to get it, and that's what trips the trigger. I prefer these because of this little pad here. It's a little bigger. All they got to do is put their foot on it and step on it, snap, and they're caught almost every time. And these are easy to find at almost any store. They're pretty cheap. I'll show you how to set them. Now, when they come brand new, this little lever here is actually stapled down with a little tiny staple. So you just pop that thing out of there, and it releases this lever part. You want to grab hold of the spring and pull it back carefully with your thumb. And from that point on, you don't want to grab it up here or hold it up here, because if that thing springs, I mean, it's going to hurt like crazy. Then you take this little handle and you drape it right across the spring, and with the other finger, I just pull up. There's like a little groove underneath right here. you stick that underneath there and just gently pull up on it. And the way these are made with different tensions, so if you move it to the one side, it's a lot less tension. The other side, it's more tension. And I'm talking about back and forth this way, depending on where you put this little clip. And I don't know which way is which. I always put it to the right. And then gently let off. And then hold it by this end when you set the trap down. And you have to set it down gently, because if you drop it, they're just like a hair trigger and the thing will snap. So that was our first line of defense, setting some traps. And under the bathroom sink here, I put 2 traps. And you'll see they are the ones with the yellow Swiss cheese pad on there. And we were catching mice. I think I caught 7 mice in that cabinet in a matter of a couple weeks. I just was amazed. It just kept happening one after the other. Every day I'd check it, there was more mice in there. And so V was getting pretty upset. She's like, why are we having all these mice? Why are they coming in here? I guess they're looking for a nest. I mean, it's fall here in Ohio, so they're looking for a good place out of the weather where they can get comfortable and make their nest. And if they can find nesting materials like toilet paper or even blankets or towels or anything they'll shred up to make a nest out of, they'll do that. We tried some other things. Let me show you here. This was another thing that we were told. We read it online, and that's a bar of Old Spice soap. And Old Spice, it's supposed to have this really pungent, strong, and I can smell it, but when you put it in the cabinet here, you can't really smell it. So I'm not sure that really works good at all. So another trick we tried that we saw online was to use peppermint oil. And I just happened to have a little tiny vial of peppermint oil that I had from a long time ago. And it was down in the basement on my workbench. I pulled that out. And it was really the oil. I mean, it was oily, almost like motor oil, and very strong. So I put drops of that all over in here, in the cabinets, everywhere, in the bedroom, in the drawers. And for a while here, you could walk in here and really smell the peppermint, but now it's kind of waned off a little bit. You don't smell it now. So for now, I've got inside, I've got four traps set. I've got this one right inside the door, and I've got 2 of them under the sink there. And then in the bedroom here, I've got one in the corner there, because that's the vent for the furnace right there, and we had found a towel was partially dragged in there one day. So, oh, and then I put some Old Spice in this drawer too. Not that it does anything, you can't even smell it, but they say that deters mice. So that's what we've done in here. The mouse traps, the peppermint oil, and the bars of Old Spice. Now I'm going to show you the creme de la creme of mouse traps. I bought this thing online, and it's pretty crazy, but it actually works. Now I don't think it's working right now because of the temperature, but I'm going to show you something pretty cool. This is the contraption right here. Now you'll see it's just a 5-gallon bucket, a plastic pail, and this is the piece that I bought. It's just a little chrome tube. See, got a little design on it, and it spins. So what I had to do was drill a hole here, and you'll see the pins kind of fit through. You have to kind of pull the bucket out a little bit, drop the thing in there, stick it in the holes, and it spins freely. It's called the mouse log roll. And I put these pieces of wood up the side so the mouse can climb up the wood, crawls out onto the thing spins, drops them into the water. Now, right now the bucket's frozen solid. But they said even without the water, the mice will go in the bucket and they can't get back out again. So they're caught. And then I've taken and put peanut butter on the roller to attract the mice. They come up the ramp. They crawl out on here. It spins. They fall into the water and drown. That thing fits nicely right underneath the RV trailer. So I set it up under the side of the trailer there, and so far I've caught one mouse in it, but I haven't caught any mice inside the trailer either. So I think at this point I think I've won the battle. It's cold now, so they're already hibernating. If it warms up again, they'll be back, but I'm prepared this time. There's another version to this log roll thing. There's actually, and you can buy these online. I think this cost about $15. They range, some of them are up to $20 or more depending on, but you can find these mouse log roll on eBay. But there's also these little walk the plank things. They're like little Teflon plastic pads that stick out, and they're on a real easy balance, and you put peanut butter out on the end of it. When the mouse, you know, walks out onto the little platform, boop, it drops them right into the water. I haven't tried that one. I don't know how that would work. I like this log roll one. I watched a video of it on YouTube, and I thought, man, that's cool. That'll work, and it has worked. So, good luck with your rodent control. I hope these tips work. Looking forward to camping again. If you haven't watched our videos, check out some of the other ones. We got a lot of variety. Some camping videos, a lot of camping videos, RV videos, motorcycling, hiking. We do it all. So give us a thumbs up, like, share it with somebody else, and subscribe. Till next time, cats. Check you later.